Progressive Insurance. We are live in New York City. It's Thursday, August 26th, and my name is Nate Burleson, alongside my brothers, Peter Schrager. What's up, baby? How you doing? Looking good as usual. Over there, Jay walking with the fresh kicks on. Kyle Brandt, mellow yellow with me on the shirt. I like that. Looking swole as ever, and he got the red J's on. Let's kick it over to my
That's why we're wearing these T-shirts with your face. We've got messages. We've got surprises for you all show long. We've also got preseason action. You guys are in New York. I came to Kansas City. I'll be on the sidelines tonight on NFL Network. We'll be here and giving you guys all the goods you need to know ahead of that action. We've got one game tonight on NFL Network, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and it is time. We're doing it. We've got the Packers visiting the Bills. That one's tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, to kick off your coverage on a Saturday full of preseason action. Aaron Rodgers, he had a press conference yesterday. It was quite long, quite lengthy, if you will. And he was asked about this crucial season, not only for him personally coming off an MVP year, but for the entire Packers organization. Take a listen.
Look, I think we all know what's at stake. And I talked about that a little bit today about perspective and how important that perspective is to focus on this season and enjoy the most, the most out of this season. Because there are a lot of unknowns. Devontae, Marquez, Allen, Bobby, Mercedes, some guys up front, guys on defense. So, yeah, I mean, they jumped through some hoops to get out of the cap this year. Obviously, the cap is expected to go back up next year, but you never know. So we're just going to enjoy this season. It's title town. It's championship or disappointment just about every year.
Okay, a couple trips to the NFC Championship game. The bar is set pretty high there in Titletown. Kyle, can this team be better in 2021?
Maybe. They should be. I mean, they got another year together. They got their roster together. It's funny hearing him say that. It's Super Bowl every single year. I think this year, out of 32 teams, I think there's about 9 where if they don't go to the Super Bowl and win it, it would be an abject disappointment. I can't think of the last time that hasn't been the case for the Packers. I mean, I feel like it's been 10 years of that, easily. And so the question is it going to be the title game thing again? You know, Aaron Rodgers is a 90s enthusiast. He loves other sports. And my mind with the Rodgers Packers always goes to those Bobby Cox Braves in the 90s, if you're a baseball fan. They're rolling out Glavine and Maddox and Smoltz, and they didn't stack the World Series. They didn't win it every year. They didn't win it most years, and they're looked at as a disappointment despite being World Series champs. And I don't think it's about Marquez and Devontae. You know the 3 guys who I think are going to decide what's going on with the Packers this year? Couple guys named, first of all, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields. Does Jared Goff have anything to say about it? And then above that, what's Russell Wilson, Tom Brady? Those guys have to say. The Packers are the Packers. Maybe they'll win 12 games. Maybe they'll win 14. It'll be one of them. The question is will they win 3 games in January? That's all I care about. And that's Rodgers. You know what? Talk hashtag legacy. Could he ever get that second one? God, it puts him in a whole different class. Because don't make no mistake, as much as we love Rodgers, maybe he's the best to ever play. The conversation will be, man, only one Super Bowl? It's kind of like...
But can he really get that title if he doesn't get that second Super Bowl?
It makes it a lot harder, man. A lot harder. And he knows that, I think.
He does. And he said something there. He's like, we jumped through hoops to get the salary cap in order to make this work.
Yeah.
And everything that they're saying in Green Bay is that Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who has a connection to our show because we loved him as a rookie and is even better as a second and third year player, has been lights out in camp. And not just his usual, hey, go deep, I'm going to throw it to you as far as I can. The routes, the hands. And the word out of Green Bay, and we've kind of gotten to know Marquez quite a bit on our show, is that he has not only matured, but is like this very evolved and self-aware human being that as a person, like he is a true leader in not only the locker room, but an ambassador for the sport, the way that he carries himself and has interests outside of football. I want you to listen to Aaron Rodgers talk about our guy MVS yesterday, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who I think is going to have a huge, huge year as their number 2.
You know, I don't even want to talk about the receiver. I want to talk about the person. The person is in a way different headspace. You know, I think he is so settled mentally, very clear, very present. You know, there's habits that go along with that, I think, and I think they're interchangeable, personal, professional, but he's become a true professional. There were times a couple of years ago where we didn't know if we could count on him because he was inconsistent in his practice habits and his daily habits almost. But that's not the Marquez that I know now.
It's very honest and transparent.
People change.
That's cool.
People change. And he went from being a very talented athlete to now he's saying, I don't want to talk about the player. I'll talk about the person. So they bring that in, right? And then I think they have the steal of the entire draft. And Nate, you mentioned him earlier this week. This kid, Kalen Hill, who is playing running back at a Mississippi State. They have 2 running backs they love.